Psych-Out. This movie was originally called The Flower Children, and thankfully somebody changed that along the way. It came out in 1968, and I watched this movie at least once a year. It's Hollywood's version of probably what hippies do and what they're like, and it was produced by the one and only Dick Clark. Yes, Dick Clark. Susan Strasberg plays Jenny, a deaf girl looking for her lost brother in the Haight-Ashbury district in San Francisco, where a lot of the outdoor scenes are shot. Real hippies on the streets. Real hippies, I must say. They're all no actors on the street. The first person she encounters is Stoney, who is played by Jack Nicholson, complete with a clip-on ponytail. I don't know where they got the name Stoney. It just doesn't make too much sense. But anyways, he takes Jenny through a trip through the Haight-Ashbury district and into the hippie culture. All right then, here's a few of the lines used in the movie. Where's your head at, man? There's the man. Could be a narc. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. Trips me out, man. Trips me out. Everybody does their own thing. Yeah, we've all heard those. There's tons of love beads in this movie, and they live in a commune, of course, where everybody crashes on the floor, anywhere. The hallways, the stairways, the kitchen, wherever there's a little piece of floor, there's a hippie lying on it. In an early scene, Stoney's interrupted by one of his buddies, and he says, "Warren's freaking out at the gallery." So everybody rushes down to the gallery, which a lot of them do paintings, I guess, and they're all in they have their own gallery. And Warren's freaking out, man. He's freaking out. He's like, he can't get a grip. It's in your mind, they say. It's in your mind, Warren. It's in your mind. But Warren's freaking. And he's looking down and he's seeing his hand all melted. And he's looking and he's seeing kaleidoscope zombies coming at him. Brr, bah. Jeez, I've seen a lot of these things myself before. It was pretty scary. So then Warren grabs a handsaw, electric handsaw. He wants to cut off his hand because it's all melting. But everybody grabs him to the floor and wrestles him to the floor, and Warren finally eases out of his insanity. That was a heavy scene. So next up is Dave. Dave is played by Dean Stockwell, complete with hippie wig and headband, and he's a bit of a guru type of guy. He sits all day and contemplates the meaning of life. It's all one big plastic hassle, he says. And money is the root of all evil. He's just one of those real laid back kind of, yeah, man. And he's always stoned, of course. But he knows Jenny's brother. He's called the Seeker. And his statement is, "You seek the Seeker, and the Seeker seeks God." Wow, that's pretty heavy stuff. Now, Stoney and his buddies are in a band called Mumbling Jim. They have a painted van, of course, all psychedelic painting all over it. And they're trying to make it big, like the airplane in San Francisco. They play psychedelic music. And one thing Jack Nicholson should have done is had somebody to teach him how to play guitar and make it look real. He kind of stands there and nothing's happening. It doesn't work very well. Well, anyways, they play Purple Haze instrumentally, and it's heavy, man. It's real heavy. Anyways, during a practice, Stoney stops the song, and he walks up and says, "Hey man, those are dotted quarters. You come in here on an open fifth." How in the hell does he know that? I didn't know what he was talking about. There's a couple of real bands in this movie. The Seeds are in a scene with dancing hippies in the park and all kinds of stuff like that. All kind of ceremony, pomp and ceremony with a hippie wedding, I think it was. And the Strawberry Alarm Clock plays some of the music in the movie. And they also appear on stage with Mumbling Jim. And just a footnote, Ed King was in the Strawberry Alarm Clock. And he was also one of the guitarists for Leonard Skinner. And there's Ed right there. And he's in the movie briefly, playing on stage. About 2/3 of the way through the movie, Jenny's brother finally appears, the Seeker. His real name is Steve, and he's played by Bruce Dern, who has the best wig of everybody in the movie, and he's the freakiest, and he's out there. He's totally flipped out, and he first appears in the movie breaking into a gallery, like an art gallery, and he's stealing his own sculpture. God. I mean, why didn't he just come in and get his sculpture? He stole it. He was stealing it. Anyways, the plot starts to become real heavy near the end, with a lot of chasing. There's these heavy dudes chasing the Seeker because they don't like what he says, what he stands for. Like, Steve lives in a car junkyard, and they burnt him out of there, and now they're chasing him all through the movie, all through the end of the movie. And there's fire, and everybody is on STP, and it's a real kind of a messy ending. As the movie comes to a conclusion, it's not a very happy ending for Dave or Steve. In fact, Dave's final words are, "Reality is a deadly place. I hope this trip is a good one." So I'd rate this movie high on my list of cheesy movies of all time. It has definite qualities to it. It's got some good actors, and I just always enjoy it because even though it has that cheesy element, it takes me to that time period, and it's a lot of fun in the end. This movie is a lot of fun. So tune in